It's almost been a year and still no one knows. And I dare tell no one, not even Mom. Maybe writing it down will help ease my mind. I always liked to read in school, not because they made us do it, but because I did really like it. Short mystery stories are still my favorite, but I haven't read much since graduation. I guess when no one is there to tell you to do something, you just don't do it, even if you like doing it. I wasn't good at writing, for I felt like there's too many rules to properly write. Regardless, this is me trying. The year doesn't seem long, yet so far, the thoughts just don't show any sign of leaving me alone. It's amazing what I can see from up here in my room. Well, not really. I guess it's pretty normal. From here on the second floor of my mom's house, up in my room, my window allows me to see our front street, which I very much appreciate, but also loathe now, thinking about it. My desk and computer are next to it. Before this, I didn't look out of my window much. I don't know exactly when, but at some point this changed. Now, thinking about it, it was frustration. Maybe fatigue from the ceaseless trolls that populate the internet. Maybe that was it. If not, it doesn't really matter. One day after watching a video review for a game that had just come out, I had to stop doom scrolling the comments. In it, the reviewer gave the game a high score, which a ton of people didn't agree to, and the likes to dislikes ratio was off by thousands of dislikes. There was hate, entitlement, ignorance in the comment section, but that isn't the point of this. The point is, let me give you some context first. At that moment, I decided to take a break from the screen, mainly because my eyes hurt from staring at the computer screen all day, and being real, yes, I'll write it again, the stupidly frustrating comments got to me. That day, I just started to look at people who passed by the house, and now thinking about it, I'm not sure how long these same people have been passing by. All this happened midsummer last year. I used to see a guy walking a medium-sized dog with light brown patches on white fur. My tabletop clock showing the time being around 5 in the afternoon almost every day, if I'm remembering correctly. Well, yes, it was 5 o'clock because it's an easy time to remember. At the same time, I also used to see a man in a beige car parked on the side down the street, but not often. He would just sit there for 10 minutes and leave, but I never thought much of it at the time, I swear. Besides, it's not hard to miss happenings outside my window. Being real, most are boring, but boring makes me feel at ease. Some days I would see a mom pushing a dark blue stroller, maybe using the chance to exercise, maybe the kid liked to fall asleep to the rocking motion of the wheels rolling on concrete. Don't see them anymore nowadays, though. Most days I still see an old man walking with his crisscrossed hands behind him, contemplating. He sometimes looks straight ahead, and other times he looks around at the trees, the houses, cars passing by. I wonder what thoughts drift through that very observant man. Every other day, I still see the same group of kids riding their bikes across the intersection that's close by. They always look both ways, which makes me smile somehow. I'm happy such actions do, although it would be pretty stupid if they didn't look both ways. There's always two middle-aged men, I think, in a garage across the street. I've seen them talking as early as 4 in the afternoon until sometime past 6 when they have to go eat dinner or something. They drink beer and they smoke while sitting behind a black SUV. They leave the garage door open, and I think that's their way to unwind when the workday's done. Coworkers, maybe? Neighbors, too. Perhaps best friends in the same life situation. Most of the time, I stare at a distant building or the sky. Other than going to school, I didn't used to go out much. So I've actually never met any of them. Well, except the guy who used to walk his dog. Some nights I saw the guy's girlfriend walking the same dog, so they must take turns, their routine sticking to the same times. Coincidentally, at night she seems like she just wanted to leave the house, for arguments were frequent with those two. More than once I've seen her storm out the door with the dog on leash. The relationship seemed nightmarish. When the dude went out with the dog, the first thing he did was he always pulled out this green and white cigarette box out of his pocket. He picked one and lit it and then put the box back and tugged hard at the leash when the dog was preoccupied with something. He smoked every day and he never picked up the refuse. He was always leaving a trail of cigarette butts wherever he walked. He would tug hard at that leash, and I remember thinking to myself how it bothered me so much seeing that. One day, to my own surprise, I approached him as I got home from the store. He was on the sidewalk by my house doing his same daily routine. My intention wasn't for friendly chatter, but for further investigation on possible animal abuse. I don't know why, but from what I've seen, my conjecture was biased, I guess. He was older, maybe mid-20s. I couldn't really tell. Ignoring the smoke, I asked him, but never looking directly at him. "Oh, hello, doggy. What breed is it? What's his name?" I crouched to pet it, and the dude friendlily complied. "Hey, hi, yeah, it's a Russell Terrier. His name's Kane. We've had him for about 4 years. He's awesome." Kane was a bit shook. I remember him slowly winding up his tail to a wag at my caress. And then he asked me, "What's your name? I've seen you around, but I don't think we've actually met." He put a cigarette out and wanted to chat. "My name's Omar, by the way," extending his hand. The way he talked was charming and his tone confident, and I quickly responded while shaking his hand. "Yeah, nice to meet you. I just don't get out much. My name's Ella." I didn't care much for him or her, for that matter, and their toxic relationship towards each other had me all judgmental. They could end at any time if they really wanted, after all. But now I ask myself, was it really that easy? My mom once mentioned in a conversation as we were eating dinner that one day their next-door neighbor told her about angry screaming coming from the other side of his wall. He sort of knew Omar and his girlfriend, and he said they both had hard attitudes like two aggressively stubborn dwarves bumping heads about whose feats were more extraordinary on all the realm, until one eventually gave up or stormed out, as was the case with the girlfriend most of the time. Although I don't think they argued about killing dragons. Neighbor said he didn't think it was physical, but more mental abuse towards each other, but who really knows? Not knowing much of how hard life is for some, it seems impossible to get out of a hole once entrenched in it. And I don't have to be older to recognize they were falling towards a bottomless pit. Maybe there was mutual love at times, but quickly turned into resentment and then to hate for some reason only they knew. From my window, it looked like a never-ending situation for both, with Kane stuck in the middle. While talking with Omar, all I saw was a pretentious attitude. He pretended he was faint, maybe saw me as a chance to get out of it, I don't know. I'm too judgmental. He continued talking. "Nice to meet you, Ella. That's an awesome name. Is it short for something?" "No, not really," I said. After a few awkward seconds, he asked, "So why don't you go out much?" And I remember responding with the driest tone possible, "Because I just don't." Honestly, I don't mean to come out as an asshole, but I can't help it, and it seemed like he wanted to talk so badly. "Okay. I've seen your mom. It's just you and her, right?" "Yeah, it's just us." "Do you have a dog?" he asked, and I said more than 4 words this time. "No, I don't, but always wanted one. My mom doesn't like pets in the house." After another awkward pause, I at last said, "Well, have a nice day. Goodbye, Kane." I just wanted to cut the conversation short and noticed Kane wanted to follow me. Omar immediately responded, "Yeah, hope to see you around again. I'm sure he would be happy to see you too," pointing at the dog. I went home and I told my mom I met the guy who lived across the street and their dog. "Hey, Mom, you know those 2 nuts you told me about? I just met the guy and their dog." She was in the kitchen preparing chicken parmesan for dinner. "Yeah? How did he seem to you?" she asked, and I said, "Their dog's cute." My mom, being occupied preparing dinner, I did ask her again, already knowing the answer. "Can we get one? You know, to protect us?" "If only they didn't shed so much hair and we didn't have carpet," she reaffirmed. "Dinner will be ready soon, okay? So come down when I call or it'll get cold." I will never let chicken parmesan get cold on my watch. I like chicken parmesan. I then went up to my room, booted up my computer, and just wandered the internet for whatever caught my attention until Mom called. I remember noticing the reviewer taking down the controversial video. The review wasn't bad, and I hated it that he complied with the angry masses and all, because there was something going on with a developer people didn't like, an exclusivity deal with a specific platform. Entitled pricks. 2 weeks went by with nothing new happening. Mom still passing by with her stroller, the old man on his walk. The kids must have gotten bored of their bicycles because I didn't see them that day. I did see the man sitting in his car until... I actually don't remember when he left. There were the 2 men across the street drinking their medicine. and Kane and Omar on their ritual. I do remember that. That night, I didn't see the girlfriend and didn't see much activity from their home, save for leaving the inside lights on. They weren't home, I figured. Sometime later, it was almost midnight, I think, I saw a man wearing all black from head to toe heading towards their home. I don't think he saw me because I tend to leave my lights off in my room at night because I don't want people seeing me staring at them. It's weird just to stare, I know. Anyways, this guy was a professional. He broke their window into the living room, went in and out like a flash with Kane in his arms. It took him less than 2 minutes, like how a SWAT team breaks into a home of a criminal. This guy broke in as swiftly. When he came out again, I saw him put Kane into a big black duffel bag he just left outside and started to walk at a brisk pace away from the house and neighborhood. At this point, I decided to leave all rational thought as a rush of heroic sense hit my brain, and I wanted to mainly save Kane. All of it being the reason I'm writing this now. I remember looking at the clock. It was 11:52 p.m., and I went to tell my mom to call the police because there was a break-in across the street where Omar lives. I put on some black jeans and a black sweater and went after the guy thinking police won't get there in time and he'll get away and do awful things to Kane. I remember thinking at the time, it's what a hero would do. I followed on his direction until I saw him. He was still walking fast, carrying the black duffel bag. He had taken off the mask by this point. I kept my distance and hid behind trees or trash cans whenever he looked around. It felt like hours until finally he went into a home. I saw the inside lights turn on and I waited outside, eventually creeping up to a window looking for an opening to peek inside, but the curtains blocked the view. I noticed the beige car parked on the driveway. It was the same car I saw earlier in the day by my house. At that point, I should have gone back home to tell the cops, but I didn't. Adrenaline still rushing through my veins, and I couldn't think of anything else except for an immediate solution. I didn't give up on finding a way to look inside his house. I jumped the fence and went around the back and found a window that allowed me to get inside. Peeking through it, there was a dark room. Waiting a few minutes to make sure no one came inside, I used my power to get in. It had been a while since I used it. Needless to say, I still didn't understand it too well. I know it's fast and quiet, which was perfect for the situation. Just go in, find Kane, and go out. He'll never know. I'll then tell the cops and problem solved. That was my easy plan, in my head at least. The room I went in was a spare bedroom, which looked like it didn't see much use. There's barely any furniture in it. Just some shelves propped against the walls and some boxes in a corner, so I felt safe in it and was extra careful not to make any noise. Peeking through the door at the living room, I saw Kane laying inside a cage like he was sleeping. Did he sedate the dog? I thought to myself. Does this guy break into houses to steal pets to sell them? I wondered that because I saw 3 more empty cages close by. I saw him standing close to them, taking off his jacket. I recognized his face from the times I've seen him sitting in his car, but I was too busy shitting my pants to even think clearly. I don't know how much time passed, and then I heard the creaks of stairs. We went up to the 2nd floor, and then I heard the bathroom fan turn. I waited a few more minutes, expecting him to come down again, but he didn't, so this was my chance. I silently but rapidly went to the cage. Luckily, it wasn't locked. I grabbed the sedated Kane, closed my eyes, and thought of that open space between my desk and my bed. With my eyes still closed, I was in my room. But Kane wasn't with me as I opened them. It was just me. I was holding him in my arms when I teleported out. Where was he? Not even 5 seconds passed, and I went back. I can't write this. Damn it all. Damn it all. His entrails were splattered all over the cage, the living room. There was blood everywhere. I saw the upstairs bathroom lights, and I quickly teleported back to my room, with the soles of my shoes crimson red. Still processing what had happened. Staring at nothing. After a few seconds, I heavily dropped on my bed crying, cursing, using the pillow to muffle my screams, wishing so hard I could rewind time, that I should have used the door to get him out. Or let the police handle it. But I didn't know. I didn't know teleporting while holding him was going to kill him, I swear. I'm deeply sorry for staying quiet for so long, for being afraid of facing punishment, for letting it fester all this time. But it feels good to finally put it to words at least. I know it's not an excuse that I'm afraid of what I can do, and afraid to tell others, but I can't handle this.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
First of all, thank you, and thank you. Second, cake.
Hold on there. Dinner first, then cake.
Okay, fine. So this means I'm an adult now, huh, Mom? Danica and I can do anything we want.
Well, not everything, but most things. Which also means having to find a job and start helping with the bills.
Yeah, but first, cake.
Because no one cares, that's why.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? Someone at least should have called the police.
It's not worth the inconvenience for many, meaning they don't care, Sophia.
That's just horrible. I'll never understand the nerve of some people.
What about you? Why didn't you call the police?
You only saw it from afar when I was stopped at a red light. I should have, It's rough out there. This just reminded me of something that I saw when I was back in the old country. A fisherman in a similar fashion get robbed. Worn clothes, a dingy boat. His fishing rod looked like he had made it himself. Two men approached him as he was getting off his boat. They snagged his fishing bucket and ran away. No way that old man was going to catch up to them. I was walking by, and as I got close, he looked at me. Gave me a nod, and then he went back on his boat and went fishing some more.
Yeah, I remember that.
There's no way you remember. You were in diapers.
I remember you screaming about it to Dad. And I'm only 2 years younger than you, even though you do look 20 years older than me.
I try to take care of myself. Sometimes it don't work.
Here, I recommend you this moisturizer. Keeps your skin hydrated all day. You'll look even better, Uncle Tino.
Oh, no worries. I make my own.
Yeah, don't want to know how.
Yep, me neither. So then bad stuff happens to other people and there's little to nothing we can do about it?
Hey, everyone has their own problems to fix. The moral I took from the fisherman, he went back fishing.
What about the man in the city?
Who knows? Hopefully things didn't get worse. Just know how fortunate we are. Don't ever take that for granted. And if you can help somebody less fortunate, then do it. Just don't follow my example. I freeze and look and don't do my part. Then just think about it after the fact. Well, that doesn't help anyone.
It's okay. I think that happens to everyone. We really are fortunate. What time is it? Oh, boy. It's getting late. And I see some presents still unopened.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ellie. I tried and didn't know what to get you, so here's the greatest gift of all. Money. Spend it wisely. Oh, and a movie. The hero in it, he's good, but the villain is way more interesting. It's a must-watch.
Whoa, that's a lot. Thanks, Uncle, and for the movie. Can't believe I haven't watched it.
Hey, it's no problem for my favorite and only niece. You're so lucky you don't have any competition. And hey, I will expect a full opinion on that movie, okay?
Here you go. You wanted to exercise more. Now there's no excuse. I have the same type, except mine are blue and white, but they're some of the most comfortable shoes out there. You can walk all day and not feel a thing.
Thanks, Danny. These are effing cool. I promise I'll use them. I really, really need to get off my chair.
Then let's go to the gym tomorrow.
Wait, one step at a time. First, I gotta figure out how to put them on. Oh, fine. I'll make the sacrifice this one time.
Wow, now that's surprising from your lazy bum. I'll pick you up at 10, then we can get some lunch.
Lunch? Can we go to that place with the really good soups? What's it called?
Oh yeah, the no regrets soup buffet. A bit, no, definitely counterintuitive after the gym. They do have salads. Soup's hard to resist, though. Oh, what the hell, I'm down.
I found this artist online and gave him a call. I thought he did an excellent job with it. How do you like it?
It's a walking palm. Holy crap, yes, I love it, Mom. This artist's amazing.
I just can't believe you were 18. Where did the time go?
Hey, before you guys leave, I have something to show you all. Here. I wrote this.
A year ago? Oh, are you writing stories now? Let me see.
I tried to make it a story. I don't know why. Wrote it about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, right, you like mystery stories. Son of a mother, I should have gotten you that noir collection that I saw. This happened a year ago? Why didn't you say anything before?
What? Let me see.
I couldn't.
What do you mean?
Oh my god. This is what happened that night? A whole year you kept it to yourself. Ella, why?
I wanted to forget it. I couldn't.
Hey. It's okay, Allie. You didn't know. Have you used your powers ever since?
No.
Damn this thing to hell. Why you?
I never believed you. When you first told me, I thought you were joking.
Yeah. Hard to believe. I hate it. I don't know what to do.
Okay, hold on. Yes, I didn't believe Sophia when she told me. How does it work exactly?
I just think of a spot, think of what's around, close my eyes, concentrate, and then I'm there. I get really sick the farther I travel, and I can't be touching anything living when I do it, or otherwise, well, you know.
That's unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
How are you feeling right now?
Better. Thanks for not blowing it out of proportion. I know it's insane to understand.
It is, and I'm really glad you told us. Ella, I'm here for you. Please, if you want to talk, don't hesitate. And know you're not any sort of devil. Okay?
Hey, your mom's right. You're noble, smart, and nice. Don't feel that way. And if you want to talk, I'm here too.
Yes, please don't keep it inside. That doggy is in a better place now. Remember, all dogs go to heaven.
Thanks, everyone.
What just happened? She was there.